Winter has always been a ruthless opponent in Europe, and our ancestors treated it with seriousness that modern life has dulled. Before we begin, if you value deep historical insight into how Europeans survived war, cold and hardship, make sure you subscribe to Warpaths of Europe and like this video. This channel exists for people who want substance, not surface-level history. Now, let's get straight to the practice itself. Covering the head at night was a standard heat retention discipline across Europe. From medieval households to early modern military camps, sleeping with the head covered was, well, entirely normal. Linen nightcaps, woolen hoods, felted caps, and even wrapped scarves were worn indoors, especially during winter. This was not a fashion choice. It was, in fact, a thermal strategy. European homes were cold, often unheated at night, and soldiers frequently slept outdoors or in uninsulated quarters. Covering the head reduced convective and radiant heat loss while sleeping, preserving core body temperature through long winter nights. Heat loss through the head was managed deliberately, not accidentally. Historical sources show that Europeans understood something modern people often forget in practice. Exposed skin bleeds heat. The scalp is well supplied with blood vessels, and when left uncovered in cold conditions, it continuously sheds warmth. Night head coverings slowed this loss, especially when combined with layered bedding. A wool cap retained heat even when damp, while linen absorbed moisture and reduced chilling from sweat. This combination mattered in freezing environments where hypothermia was a real threat. Different regions adapted head coverings to climate and materials. In northern and eastern Europe, thicker wool caps and felted hoods were common. In Central and Western Europe, fitted linen nightcaps were, really widespread. Folks often wore them all year round, but they were absolutely essential during the winter months. Soldiers on campaign slept in the same caps they marched in, keeping them on right through the night. This continuity, well, it reduced heat loss and limited that cold shock when waking up. The key was coverage over the ears, crown and upper neck, areas that honestly can rapidly dump heat if they're exposed. This habit integrated seamlessly with shared sleeping spaces, layered clothing and enclosed beds such as box beds or curtained frames. The goal was, quite simply, heat containment. Modern throws and duvets often leave the head exposed, breaking this system that people relied on for generations. Historically, the body was really treated as a whole thermal unit. Leaving the head uncovered was actually considered wasteful in winter conditions, not comfortable or normal, as we might think today. Applying this knowledge today is, well, actually quite simple and effective. If you're dealing with cold nights, especially in unheated rooms or, say, during power outages, reintroducing this habit just makes sense. A lightweight wool beanie, a thermal sleep cap, or even a wrapped scarf worn loosely while sleeping can, noticeably reduce heat loss. Pair it with layered blankets, and you'll often find you need less overall insulation, really. This is especially useful for, winter camping, emergency preparedness, or really anyone trying to stay warm without increasing energy use. So the key here is breathable material that, traps warmth without causing overheating or any dampness. This practice, it remains relevant for winter resilience and preparedness. For survivalists and serious historians alike, this habit really shows how small, disciplined choices shaped winter survival. It costs nothing, requires no technology, and honestly has centuries of proven use behind it. In a season where staying warm truly matters, old knowledge still works. If this kind of historically grounded practical insight matters to you, go ahead and subscribe to Warpaths of Europe, like the video, and share it with others who value real history and cold weather survival knowledge.